Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be watching Paranoia.com, an internet mystery by Nexpo. It just came a couple of days ago. Let's check it out in the count of 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, I love the intro. Hopefully it's full. Oh yes. Please! No! 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 Oh, it's over. Fuck. I listened to the full version. Oh, so good. What? 98? Is it 98? This is not XP. This is 98.
In 1995, a website was created by a man known as none other than Kevin TX. It's called Paranoia.com, and its main focus was to foster what he described as a free speech platform to anyone wanting to host their own little piece of cyberspace.
Alright, so like
the
Reddit
website
almost.
largely functioned as a repository. Back during its prime, hundreds of users flocked to Kevin's site, hosting all sorts of strange, abrasive web pages on his servers. In fact, Kevin partook in this too, and seemed to relish in the fact that Paranoia was garnering so much attention so quickly.
Little dream
Just to
board.
set things straight, Paranoia's run not-for-profit. I personally provided all of the initial equipment and have supported the system's costs in finances and time at a personal loss because I feel so strongly about the presence of a system like this on the net. It's been very rewarding to watch an idealistic dream turn into reality. I've met a lot of really great net denizens and have seen firsthand how this project has been able to empower people who wouldn't otherwise have nice net access at a low cost.
Makes sense.
It's clear
Back
that
then,
Kevin's motives were noble,
he
even
made
if
Reddit.
some of what he states on his various pages are a bit eccentric.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, he harbors an excitement for community, a drive to give people a voice of expression, and scattered across Paranoia's archives, for better or worse, we're able to find just that.
Okay. 1,323,625 good assets sent. That's a decent amount of, to be fair, from back then to now. If these are the number of articles with few images and stuff, this is a huge amount of stuff. Like that's 11 gigabytes, almost 12.
It was very cool of Paranoia to set up this server.
Yeah,
so
okay,
depraved
I
bastards
get what
like
he
me
means.
can put up
Like
subversive
going.
web pages like this.
This is basically like dark web. No, not really. Not really. Dark web is just so random. Everything just so random. This is a bit at least more specialized in what page means something.
To set up this server,
Why
so
he said
depraved
immoral, that
bastards
makes
like
a lot
me
more
can
sense
put up
now.
subversive web pages like this one. Thanks, dude. Of course, all of this is but a tiny sample of what you can find here.
Yeah, like
However,
supplements.
by now, I'm sure you all get the picture.
Oh my god, I love Premiere
Paranoia's
Pro.
reign over the internet throughout the 1990s was relatively big, and even gained the attention of major media outlets like the Austin Chronicle, at one point granting Kevin TX an award for Best Local Website back during its heyday.
Oh shit.
This site, from top to bottom,
96,
is a
that's-
monumental rabbit hole. And
Bro, winning best website at 96? Like, that was literally the start, right? 1994? Bro, I was born in 1994. What the fuck is going on here? $165,000 unique IP addresses. Like that basically shows the amount of people who were like who were using this website in that amount of like in that time period. Fuck. That's actually a lot. That's actually a lot for 1994, bro.
This site, from
To
top to
1994,
bottom, is a monumental rabbit hole. And the interesting thing about it is that it's been archived hundreds of times on the Wayback Machine since it was created.
Oh.
Unfortunately though, this is the only way to access it today, since paranoia.com was eventually shut down due to server issues. Reportedly, the project became too much for Kevin to handle. And so, by the late 1990s, he had informed users that it would officially be set to die. That's not to say that the URL itself is dead, though. In fact, it's very much still alive. And upon heading to it today...
What? What? Come on. Those cunts. Fucking Disney.
Wait, that can't be right. P-A-R-A... Yeah, that's right. There's no way this is the actual site. Nope. Nope, it's Disney. But I don't remember ever hearing about this.
Check the index.
Watching or playing or experiencing
Check the index.
anything remotely
Inspect
close
that
to
shit.
paranoia. Paranoia, by definition, doesn't exactly scream family-friendly. So why in the world are we led here?
Wait a second. Is this fucking... Let me search this. Yeah, no, nothing. It just redirects you to fucking Disney. Like, just no... It literally just the fucking script. There's nothing else in that host. So Disney basically bought it, put them on like one of their burner hosts and just put it on the fucking script to redirect it directly to Disney. It just literally does that. Nothing else. It's sad.
At
It's
4 in
so
the
sad.
morning, on February 18th of 2021, a Reddit user named Logical Elephant made their way to a subreddit called r/Internet
Hop
Mysteries,
Tatari.
a hub dedicated to uncovering oddities from the dark side of the net.
Nice.
Curious about a recent, almost random discovery they had, they inquire about paranoia.com and its strange connection to Disney. Disney owns paranoia.com, which was a controversial, kind of illegal website in 1995. I've noticed that searching for paranoia.com redirects you to the Disney page. What puzzles me is that in 1995, Paranoia hosted many controversial, or close to illegal content websites. I'm not sure if it's normal for them to buy these types of pages, but it seems strange to me. I've seen that in approximately 2000, Paranoia closed and became kind of a French page. Then it would redirect you to Disney.com. Being a controversial page at the time, has anyone heard about it? I've been researching and I can't find any information about the page. For example, Rotten.com was also working at that time.
Like, what could be the objective of Disney doing that? If it's Disney at all. Anyone else can basically do that. Even the person who runs it can literally just make a script that redirects it to Disney.com. So it's not that Disney bought the domain. Maybe someone or some other third party that works with Disney or likes Disney even just is doing it. Or maybe it was just bought by the government, removed because it contained like those fucked up shit in it. So it is now being redirected to Disney to just be like a placeholder domain because the person doesn't want to run it anymore. So they're not going to for the domain licenses every year. So it's basically that's what happens. I really doubt that this is involved directly.
About this. This means that Disney bought this domain, and if so, why would it buy such a domain?
Well, it doesn't really.
It's a question so simple, yet it piques the enduring interest of internet denizens like me. Why do they own this domain? And why are they still sitting on it to this day? Below this, the OP includes a myriad of updates that they stumbled upon after their initial discovery, one of which being a link to a repository of URLs the Disney companies purchased since their online inception. Hosted on a website named HackerOne.com, we can observe a trove of URLs, with some containing purposeful misspellings, some related to their parks, some to their gaming department, and even a few random outliers that I wasn't quite able to source.
These are all Disney's?
Paranoia, with its peculiar, adult-oriented definition, stands as a stark outlier. An anomaly of sorts in this list of family-friendly titles. All in all, though,
But I mean, Disney owns Star Wars too somehow.
Unfortunately, doesn't tell us
not
much
like
about the broader picture.
To like just children. It is mostly like adults watch Disney too, for some of the other TV shows they make. So it is not. I don't know, man. It's fun. Maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's a third party. Maybe it's not even Disney. Because anyone can do that.
1 week later. Logical Elephant returns to r/Internet Mysteries for one more go at getting eyes on this case. A few days ago, I made this post about Paranoia.com and its connection with Disney.com. Although I haven't solved why Disney bought it, I've discovered a lot of things about Paranoia.com, and it's very interesting. Paranoia.com was a website that hosted pages created by its users for free. This, with the lack of control of the internet in 1995, equals posts about pedophilia, drugs, prostitution, euthanasia, television cracking, bizarre images, and mind control. That, and along with other pages that were against internet censorship. There was not much interaction between users, except with those mentioned in the wall of the page, since it was not a social network in itself. It was just a place to make your page and add the content you want. It closed because its bandwidth had been reduced, and Kevin asked to avoid using this server to keep what they had usable until they disappeared. Below this one, they linked to various 90s articles mentioning Paranoia, along with a Unabomber fan site, something called the Church of Euthanasia, where they explain how to cook a human body, a psychoactive drug Unabomber fan site, something called the Church of Euthanasia, Unabomber.
They sell stickers for
fan site.
Alright, that's cute. The Church of Euthanasia. Here's new. What's new? If you haven't, try starting here. But if you encounter things that shock or offend you, don't complain, user. Because you have been warned. What?
The Church of Euthanasia, where they explain how to cook a human body.
Oh! Oh my god, I didn't read the bottom. Fuck, I thought it's Latin. It's fucking English. Oh my god, I can't even say those out loud. Jesus Christ, this is getting worse and worse.
Active drug archive and a site focused on The Simpsons.
Alright.
Interestingly though.
What? What is going on? How is this so fucking... What? This is literally Reddit.
Much more
goes from chill to insanity.
A theory. It desperately needed. I think you nailed the reason Disney bought the domain. It was likely a title for one of their projects. Buying domains tied to IPs is extremely common in the media business. The reason you might not be finding a lot of examples is because Disney and other corporations use shell companies to buy domains so they don't get extorted on the price, and also to conceal their involvement with the domain until they're ready.
That makes sense, and it's very shady. Holy shit. Why can't you export the fucking multi-billion dollar company, I don't know, a few $1,000s?
Also to conceal their involvement with the domain until they're ready. For example, if Activision bought a domain called Skyrim2electricboogaloo.com, that would tip everyone off that they were making a direct sequel to Skyrim before they were ready to announce the project.
Yeah.
Similarly, A woman who owned a small business making coffee cups that were powder blue around the top wouldn't ask for as much money for her Skyrim.com domain if the company offering to buy it was called Ted Franklin Consulting LLC.
Oh. Like, yeah, G. Gale Gold actually has a point here.
And not Bethesda.
It's very interesting.
I'm not gonna lie, I like this theory because it just makes sense. But there is one thing.
It's
throwing a
fucked up,
wrench
but
in
it makes
this,
sense.
At least for me. I need to get, but there is one thing throwing a wrench in this, at least for me. I need to give you some context on where I'm coming from, though.
Loading.
So let's take a quick detour.
Oh, come on, Todd.
Back to.
Can you load? Oh, there you go. 1998, bro. Chili's? What? That is not
In the late 90s,
readable.
internet adoption was growing. It was an unmapped expanse.
Yeah.
Ripe for taking. Perfect for those
Oh my
wanting to
God.
make a quick buck. Companies left and right swooped in, buying up hundreds, thousands.
Oh, no. What was the messenger of your time when you were growing up? Mine was Yahoo Messenger.
Companies left and right swooped in, buying up
Like Yahoo
hundreds,
IMS or
thousands
something.
of domain names centered around anything and everything you can think of.
That's fun, man.
Pets.com, Broadcast.com, Ranch.com, Gandalf.com, MSN, eBay, Amazon.
Why is
you name
Gandalf
it.
that's kind of a picture?
The stock market
frame
was growing at
in
an
the-
unprecedented
in the
rate.
fucking
as
room,
it
what?
pet names, company perfect. It was companies left and right swooped in, buying up hundreds, thousands of domain names centered around anything and everything you can think of. Pets.com, Broadcast.com, Ranch.com, Gandalf.
Okay, I'm gonna try and zoom in. Give me a second. Alright, so I upscaled it to see the image in the end. Like, this is the best version so far. This is this looks like a fucking. Oh, there's a door behind it. This is a door, okay. And it looks like a lady with an octopus thing. This image is 20 megabytes. And it was like, what? 1 megabyte? Yeah. Let's check it out again. 3, 2, 1, go.
.com, MSN, eBay, Amazon, you name it. The stock market was growing at an unprecedented rate as even corporations and entrepreneurs with no prior internet experience were getting in on the action. Internet domains were currency, and
Yeah.
those with an eye for business saw an opportunity.
Back then, though, not now.
The gold rush was on, and for a while, things seemed to be going pretty damn good. People left their day jobs to trade stocks. Company valuations peaked. However, something was on the horizon.
Wait, what happened?
Something unforeseen. A little something called.
Okay. Oh no, I have nightmares from the day before. Day before
Y2K
Y2K.
scared the ever-living shit out of people, and it was all based in a lack of technological foresight. There was this persistent belief that computers, the internet, and technology as it was known would cease to function at the turn of the millennium, all because the first 2 digits of the year were set in stone within computer systems. Effectively, as the clock approached the new year, computers
It actually
wouldn't
happened,
understand
but
where to go
we don't
next.
remember it because Amane Suzuha
Time
prevented
would
it.
Progress backwards. In essence, throwing everything reliant on the internet at the time
JK, Jesus
into
Christ, guys.
complete chaos. This idea, this fear, only catalyzed the frenzy of what later became known as the dot-com
Bro, it was
bubble.
on
The hysteria
everything.
of
There
buying
were
up
like
every domain you
pamphlets
could think
about it.
of in hopes for a big payday. But as the year 2000 came and went, everything turned out fine.
Nothing happened.
The storm quelled, and the stock market fell from its peak.
Yeah, because numbers can't like
Down,
do that.
down,
Down.
back to where it all began.
Yep. How is that related to? Oh no! Wait.
It's not out of the realm of possibility that Disney partook in this, even if paranoia is a
All right,
considerable...
okay. You brought it up. Listen. About the Marvels. I really didn't like Captain Marvel in the beginning anyways, but it slowly started enjoying her more and more. Kamala Khan, the best superhero, at least from a Middle Eastern background when you think about it. The other chick, I didn't even know who that was. Like, they need to just build some of these characters a bit more. Holy shit.
Partook in this.
What was
even
that?
If paranoia is a considerable outlier in the domains they purchased. But let me ask you something. Why would the Walt Disney Company in the early 2000s purchase paranoia.com and not?
Oh yeah. What? He's gonna read it, right?
Aladdin.com is not owned by Disney. Snowwhite.com isn't either. Fantasia.com.
What?
Same story. And AliceInWonderland.com. I'm sure you get the idea.
That's
Some
like...
of the biggest Disney IPs in history have URLs that are not owned by the company that popularized them. However, paranoia is. Now, while this comment...
Is this like a background domain war going on between these two parties? What is happening?
Now, while this commenter's theory is a solid one, I'm just not convinced.
Yeah, it's not it then. What? That would make absolute more sense when they have what? Snow White is like one of the first thing I watched from Disney. I mean, Toy Story. There's so many things, man. There's so many things. What the fuck is going on? This is okay. This is interesting. So much more interesting than it initially thought.
Theories crop up, yet lead to nothing. It seems like it just wasn't getting the attention it needed. But it is weird.
What?
Before we continue, tonight's video has been brought to you by PDS Debt. Aside from taxes, I think we can all agree that one of the most despised things imaginable is debt. In the past, I've fought with this pretty heavily with car payments, credit card bills, both private and public student loans, medical bills, personal loans. It seemed like everything was clawing for my wallet. I really wish there was a better way back then to consolidate everything on my plate into one simple payment. But now there is. PDS Debt provides options that consolidate all of your debts into one low monthly payment. If you've been making payments every month and your balances aren't going down because of egregious interest rates, this program is for you.
Okay, something I don't trust when the website does is that they only put the reviews that are positive. That is not a good idea. Have eight reviews that are negative and 8 reviews that are positive. Not the like absurdly negative ones. Some of the ideas that are you're working on fixing in the next updates, and put them in another side, because that brings out more transparency, and audience immediately tries to just join your cause more often. I mean, this is not a cause, this is more like a solution. But again, it's a service.
Consolidate all of your debts into one low monthly payment. If you've been making payments every month and your balances aren't going down because of egregious interest rates, this program is for you.
Seems too fake when it's just
offers customized plans based upon your own financial situation and works with you to get on top of it, ultimately saving you thousands in the long run in interest and fees. PDS Debt is offering a free debt analysis, and it only takes 30 seconds. So head over to pdsdebt.com/Nexpo to get your free debt assessment today. Thank you so much to PDS Debt for sponsoring tonight's video. Now let's get back to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, I doubt that PTS Debt knows how to handle my debt issues. Because firstly, it's in Persian, all my debt is like literally every bank. Fuck.
And now,
but yeah, hopefully it's good for Americans.
Explain like I'm 5. Can someone tell me how come when you put the URL paranoia.com, it takes you to disney.com?
It redirects.
Companies will buy domains that share names with their products so that if someone just types in the name of their product, they get sent to the company's website. In this case, Disney released a movie titled Paranoia, so they bought paranoia.com and set it to ship people to disney.com. Typically, they'll ship people to a page on their website related to the named product. But in this case, the movie's several years old and wasn't a success, so they aren't promoting it on their website, just dumping you on disney.com.
What? What? Wait. Okay, I'm quite confused. Paranoia 2013 was a movie about a spy that happened, and there is nothing related to Disney. Maybe one of the producers, maybe one of their like chain companies that made it is chained to Disney somehow and owned by Disney, but it is not related to Disney as much as it's. But because what?
In 2013, a movie released starring Harrison Ford, Liam Hemsworth, Gary Oldman, and Amber Heard. It was an action thriller about an employee caught up in a heist situation, and...
Is it the spy one that I just saw? 2013?
Okay. I'm not gonna bore you with the details here. Paranoia was a film distributed by a studio named Relativity Media. Relativity Media was launched in 2004 and was a subsidiary of Sony Pictures. Sony Pictures and the Walt Disney Corporation are two entirely separate entities.
Okay, thank you for fucking clearing that up.
This theory, one that was accepted by the Redditor who asked the question,
is wrong.
Unfortunately, isn't exactly true. Like I said, whispers about this mystery have come and gone, and that's led to an inconvenient reality. Discussion about Paranoia and Disney.com is scant, and answers have been admittedly difficult to come by. With this, I'd like to pivot our tactics here. Instead of focusing on what's been said about this in the past, let's rather direct our attention.
Thank you. Why do people just assume someone bought it though? Why do people assume Disney directly bought it? It can just be a one Disney fan who bought the domain and is directing it with a simple code. Like, it's literally so fucking simple. I done it on my own mother's website, and my own website, and my mother's website, and my... It's a placeholder. Sometimes you just throw them to Google or somewhere, So you can just build a host, or maybe when the website is getting dust or something, you just don't want it connected to the host for the time being. But in this case, they're just redirecting it to Disney. So maybe it's a fan, maybe someone, maybe some asshole is trying to just fool everyone.
Right to the source.
And make people paranoid, you know, of why is Disney doing this? Because it's not just buying the solution. Why do people not? There are so many tech-savvy people on Reddit. Why don't they just come and say it?
Welcome back to Paranoia. According to the Wayback Machine, it's been archived over 430 times since December of 1996. However, the major phases hinted at by Logical Elephant involved the years 1996, 1999, 2001, and 2002.
Alright, technically you still need the host. You still need a small amount of size to upload that code. Or you can use your cPanel or, I don't know, PHP admin, whatever you have.
2001, and 2002. Scrubbing through Paranoia's archives for ourselves, we're able to see that its early years were more or less uneventful. Kevin TX appeared to be growing his platform, and at a cursory glance, it seemed to be taken off. The structure of his front page mostly remained the same too, as Paranoia was nothing but a hub of sorts. Just for the odd and unconventional. In the year 1998, though, we can observe a pretty substantial change. There are only 2 archives during this time period. However, jumping to the latest one gives us not the main website, but a message. Unfortunately, paranoia.com is no more. All but one of the pages here have been moved since at least the summer of 1998. Please visit your favorite search engine to try to locate the page's new home.
Alright, okay.
When it comes to paranoia.com as we know it, this archived version is it. This message remains here for nearly 2 years. Well, until paranoia.com undergoes this change.
What? What? This is not, first of all, okay, this is not English. This is seems Spanish. Or is it French?
At first glance, this seems like your typical early 2000s homepage, just in French. Reminiscent of cyberspace titans like MSN and AOL, Paranoia.com begins hosting news, stock information, the weather, and even offers its own email service. The interesting thing about this, though, is that the site actually doesn't go by Paranoia at all.
Why?
As all across the site, we see another title. It's something called Excite, and they appear to have offered a messenger, a mobile SMS service, and even custom profiles.
Yo.
Furthermore, the copyright information at the bottom of the page reveals a company of the same name, Excite Europe Limited. It's an interesting discovery, no doubt. However, it doesn't exactly tell us much about the Disney company or why they ended up buying this. What we do know, though, is that the original version of Paranoia wasn't actually purchased by them. It was something much less controversial. Unfortunately, archives of Paranoia's transition to this Excite branding only carry forward through April of the same year. 2002 is a complete dead zone, and then right here, on February 7th of 2003, we get our first glimpse of Paranoia.com redirecting to Disney's hub site.
The shot is from 7.
Again, I have absolutely no recollection of an IP tied to the name Paranoia. Yeah, to be fair, I was just 8 years old when they bought this. Kid me was probably just too busy. You know, being a kid, watching cartoons. And most importantly...
What? Oh, PS2, bitch! PS2! Fuck yeah, GTA San Andreas. We played so many games. What? Who the fuck? Oh my god. Is that... Yeah, Kingdom Hearts. For a second I think it's Chrono Trigger. Why
In late
would it
2002, Disney expanded its efforts into a myriad of entertainment
Square
mediums.
Enix.
Kingdom Hearts makes its debut. The Lion King premieres in IMAX. Epcot is celebrating its 20th anniversary.
What
and
is
a
Epcot?
cartoon called Fillmore graces televisions for its short 3-year tenure.
Uh-huh.
Interestingly, Fillmore, while ending its run on Toon Disney, actually made its debut on ABC Kids, an affiliate channel of the Disney company. In fact, Disney has purchased a monumental shit ton of companies over the years.
Yeah.
And this revelation right here has made me think.
I learned that in the
What
rap
if,
battle.
by the off chance, Paranoia isn't directly tied to Disney at all?
Of course it's not.
What if it's a random project of Boss Realty, A&D, ESPN, Catalyst Investments, Silver Creek Pictures, Buena Vista Games, Freeform, WLS7, KTRK13? What if this entire time
Oh, but
we've
if...
been looking
Oh
in the wrong
shit!
place?
Oh my god! If he had two eyes behind the screen, I would flip shit. Alright, thank god. He's not going to go get copyrighted. What if? That's the best. That's the best, man. Nexpo is on point.
You know,
I love that.
this mystery is
Season 2
interesting.
sucked, though.
Some of you may not even care.
Sucked so much.
Why is it a big deal anyway? Who really cares if paranoia.com redirects to the official Disney homepage? I mean, it's something so silly, so innocent. And what if I don't find it? Then what? I just accept
Okay,
it?
alright, let's see. What if I analyze this domain myself and see what the fuck am I gonna find? Alright, before I started some stuff, they're gonna collect some data, but I'm not gonna go check him out immediately. I'm gonna finish the video, and if he didn't reveal anything, I'm gonna just go and try to figure out if it's like a custom redirect or it is like actually Disney redirecting it, or if
I move on, going
He
about
probably
the rest of my
checked
life
all of
with
these
this
out.
annoying,
But I'm gonna give
stupid
it-
little question resting in the back of my mind.
maybe a bit deeper.
I mean, statistically, upon viewing this chart, this task seems impossible. It could literally be any of these. So where in the world do we even...
Paranoia game show. What? I can see that. Zoom. Enhance. What the fuck? 2001. It's an anime. Oh. Peter Tuckerman. Fox Family. Ah! ABC. Bitch, that's Disney. Disney and ABC Cable Group. Yeah. What is this?
Stand by. Fairbanks, St. Louis, Buffalo, get ready. Remember, we're live, coast to coast.
Live, coast to coast, America plays Paranoia. You're playing from satellite cameras in living rooms around the country. You're connected by internet and by telephone. You're all battling one studio contestant. Paranoia. It starts now.
What the fuck is this?
Yes, this is Paranoia, and I'm Peter Tamarkin, and we're coming to you live, coast to coast, with the most incredible game.
To be honest, I'm not quite sure if this is it. But it feels like we're pretty damn close.
Yeah.
Late into this video script, a fellow investigative YouTuber named Kylie tipped me
I
off
seen
on this show.
Okay, there are actual game shows, not game shows, mostly shows that are like for children on Disney Plus like this. But I assume this just didn't get that far.
Late into this video script, a fellow investigative YouTuber named Kylie tipped me off on this show. And while she said she wasn't able to confirm anything, she had a hunch that we're getting there. In April of 2000, the Fox Family Channel premiered a game show. It involved 4 contestants at a time, 1 in the studio and 3 scattered around the world.
This basically
Paranoia consisted of 10 rounds of multiple choice questions, and the in-studio contestant was put up against the satellite players in a race for a grand prize of $10,000. Get a question right and move on to the next round. Get it wrong though, and lose $1,000 of potential winnings. It was a program that undoubtedly pushed the limits of what a live 2000s game show could be. And in retrospect, I don't think I've seen anything quite like it since. The unique thing about Paranoia, though, was that it incorporated audience interaction. The internet in 2000 was budding. And if you, sitting at home, wanted to jump into Paranoia for yourself,
you needed internet.
It was apparently just a website away.
What? Really?
Right after this.
Were they streaming this on the fucking internet back then?
So get on that phone right now, pick it up and call toll-free 187-PARANOIA and play our game and win some bucks and affect the outcome of the game. If you got a computer, you know what to do. Log on to paranoia.excite.com.
Log on.
Holy shit. There it is.
Excite. Yep. Oh my god, that makes so much sense. Yo, what the fuck?
There we have it. This is Paranoia. This is why the Walt Disney Company owns this domain. It was a random show with a 2-month tenure, owned by a subsidiary company of the corporation the URL was later redirected to, and completely forgotten. Excite is a multinational company that facilitated a multitude of web and entertainment mediums, and the portal to play Paranoia for yourself, at least back then, is right here.
That's
America Plays Paranoia, a game that led to a mystery, and a mystery that endured completely under the radar for years.
That's interesting.
You know, this oddity has bugged me since Logical Elephant first made their post 3 entire years ago. It's something so simple on the surface, yet perplexing to me all around. It's an oddity that seems entirely ominous.
Because Nightmare Expo, dude, he's like I've seen him talk a lot, especially on some ordinary podcasts. He has this mentality that he's just obsessive with this kind of stuff. That's why I had it at 2 like doorways, and I was okay with not opening neither. He went and opened it and went for the window too. Like he searched and found the actual show, the 2000.
It's an oddity that seems entirely ominous, yet is so much less so in reality.
And found every keyword.
Paranoia.com is owned by Disney because of a scrapped game show that was forgotten to time.
Yeah.
It's a relic of broadcast history, only remembered by the few who caught it.
Did he won though? Did this dude won?
Maybe you'd just gotten off work. Maybe it was a late night rerun. No matter where you were, I'm at least confident on the conclusion we reached. It wasn't anything crazy, I know. But hey, at least it was closure. Paranoia. This Paranoia was never related to Disney at all. As we've seen, the site is a monumental rabbit hole in itself, and perhaps we'll return to it at a later time. For now, though, I'm glad we found our answer and threw a bit of life into an almost completely forgotten artifact of broadcast history.
Larry G.
Thank you all so much for joining me on this journey tonight.
Yo, is this actually the Peter?
Videos like this one are some of my absolute favorites to make, and there's really nothing I enjoy diving into more than retro internet stuff. There's this charm to it that I can't quite pinpoint, and it's a nice breath of fresh air from the heavier content like disturbing things. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I love you all. And good night.
Bro. That was such a complete and compelling mystery, because it had so much data behind it. It had so much history. History as much as the internet exists, like, let's be honest, behind it, and it had a conclusion, it had an answer, and it still was so fucking interesting. Thank you, Nexpo, for this, man. Holy shit. What a chat. This music is probably copyrighted, so we're gonna speed it up a bit for the sake of people. Yo, holy shit, look at those amazing people who support Nexpo. Brilliant. Holy shit. Wait. The show doesn't look that awful though. Benti and Languma or Langumba. I assume those are the latest Patreons. Amazing people. That was perfection. Bro. Like, Nexpo uploads every 2 months, every 1 month. But his uploads are just HQ topper, AAA. I love it. Love it. Speaking of AAA, fuck Ubisoft CEO. Quadruple A, get the fuck out of here with this Skull and Bones bullshit ass. What is this? It looks worse. It plays worse than that. I'm not going to say it because Ubisoft fans gonna kill me. But you know that game, the free-to-play game that everyone plays, that you go to a different island with your ship. You know, Lost Ark. So, see you everyone.